Welcome to Serving Aces. I'm Alexandra Stevenson, and I'm here with my co-host, Hugues Levadier, or as I like to call him, Oogie. Welcome, Oogie, and Happy New Year. It's 2026. Can you believe it?
Yeah, already you're right. It's been quite the end of the year last year, and now 2026, new season, new tournaments, a little United Cup action going on. It's over. The qualies for Aussie Open, and you're in Florida. I'm in Quebec. Life is good. Let's go.
Yeah, I know. We're both on the East Coast. I have to say,
Finally.
you got snow, and I got like 90 and 80 degrees. I'm not too sure if I like that.
Hey, I would trade up with you.
You would trade?
Every
Okay.
day. Every day. Come on now.
I'm like rebelling and I'm wearing full on sweats and Uggs. We had like 3 days of maybe 60 degrees, and I was like, oh, I can wear a heavy jacket.
I know. You're like, wow, sweats.
Meanwhile, you have snow.
Jeez, I'm shoveling snow like 2 hours tonight when I came back. But hey, no complaints here. 4 seasons, we have 4 seasons. It's great. We have winter, summer, and fall and spring. So all good. And yeah, that's it. Lots of tennis going on. We'll talk about that. It's going to be cool. Interesting podcast. First one this year. Lots of football going on. Unreal action. All the games were like so close.
Yeah, look, today was football all day. I caught up last night on the finals of tennis. It's nice to have tennis back on TV.
Yep.
That is nice. And we had a bunch of tournaments. We had Brisbane, we had Auckland, we had United Cup, we had Hong Kong, and then we had all the football playoffs going on. So it was like a great couple days. And it's funny because now on football, all the networks and like Amazon and Netflix, it's like, where do you find the games? So it's kind of playing like hide and seek, like, oh, I got to go here, I got to go there. But at least we know for tennis, it's on Tennis Channel until ESPN happens for the Australian Open. So we know those two for right now are where tennis are going to be for at least January.
Yeah, football is so popular in the States and Canada as well here. So, a lot of channels are battling contracts, bidding more and more. There's all sorts of platforms now that can actually host, Peacock and whatever, you can have all sorts of platforms now. So
Netflix, Prime.
Yeah,
Amazon.
Exactly. So there's more players involved. So it's going up for bids. So it's spreading around.
Yeah, you watch Tennis is Next, Oogie.
Hopefully. Yeah. Because if we're having a lot of audience, you're gonna get that for sure as well.
Yeah, that would be nice. Okay, so let's get into Australia. It's nice to see Down Under again. My best friend Kristen lives in Brisbane, and it's summer there, so she's at the pool a lot during her holidays and at the beach. And it's kind of like Florida weather, but she said it's been a great summer, and everybody's very excited about Australian Open, and it's turned into a whole festivity. And she was telling me that it's now a destination, much like the US Open is for us Americans and New Yorkers, and Wimbledon is for Londoners. It's become the place to be seen. Melbourne.
Wow. So lots of Aussies are going there to enjoy the festivities for that 2 weeks.
Yes, all over Australia. They plan their trips now around the Australian Open. It's like the in vogue thing. A lot of high fashion people, a lot of business people. Her company, she works for a big company, and she's a lawyer, and it's a big hedge fund accounting, like kind of everything. And they get there, and that's where they entertain their clients. So it's become the talk of Australia summer, really.
Rightfully so, because I think it was the last Grand Slam that was like trailing behind a little bit. You've got, of course, Wimbledon has got all the hype because of all the prestige of the events. You're in Paris for Roland Garros, so fashion shows all over the place. And in New York, come on, in August, super big. So the Aussie were like isolated a little bit there. Beginning of the year, all the players are coming off. Some training, and it's a warm up slam, and of course not in the head of the players.
Not anymore.
I know, but for the crowds to gather there and for the own country to feel it. Okay, it's a big event. Let's go. Let's be there. So it's good news. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Look, it shows you how big tennis is in Australia. There's a young junior and she's a teenager and she's the newest, hottest tennis player to come out of Australia. Her name's Emerson Jones. She played in Brisbane. Oogie, Vogue Australia put her on the cover.
Wow.
That
That's
shows
awesome.
you how big tennis is there. That's like unheard of, right? You never would. I mean, Coco Gauff and Serena Williams, and you have to win a Grand Slam to get on the Vogue cover. That was like one of my goals, to get in Vogue, and I got in Vogue, but not on the cover because you had to win a Grand Slam. That's like huge. So the fact that Australia Vogue is putting this young up and coming tennis player on the cover is so huge for her, but also for the country. It shows you that tennis is one of the hottest sports and everybody is invested.
Of course. Her name is Emerson
Jones. So
Jones.
Look out for her, Oogie.
She's got like 2 super great players in her name. Roy Emerson.
Right?
So it's super cool.
It's a good name. Yeah, she's quick. She's not very big, but she's quick. She takes the ball early. She has a pretty good all-around game. She won a junior Grand Slam. She's been doing well. ITFs, juniors, ITF, small tournaments. And now this is kind of her like, hello world, I'm here. So let's keep an eye on her for the Australian Open.
I wrote her down. I'm going to check her out.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, see if she progresses in tournaments, see how her game evolves. Nice. I mean, we got a couple of new young players this year as well. So I just added her.
Add her to the mix, Oogie. All right, so let's go a little bit into the wrap up of the first week of Australia, all the warm up tournaments, what you saw, what do you think is helpful to keep your eye out for a player to make a run for Australian Open, and who was prepared and who wasn't quite prepared and maybe didn't put in a lot of work or was coming back from an injury in the off season and just needs a couple more weeks.
Yeah. Did you give us the little rundown of those tournaments lately, the winners?
Yeah. So I'll give you the rundown. Okay. So
for people to understand,
so
set up the table a bit.
Svitolina won Auckland.
Okay.
She now this is an interesting one because she struggled last season in the fall, and she got an injury, and she put out there that I need a break and I'm just going to stop my season. Thank you very much. And look, she came out. Who's unhappy there? I love it. Is it dinner time? Which one is it?
Daisy.
Oh, Daisy. Is this Amelia's dog?
No, it's Anik.
Oh, this is Anik's dog.
It's the Queen's dog, the corgi.
Okay, well, she's not. Oh, the corgi. Oh, that's important.
You know what happened? Probably she saw a dog on the TV.
That's probably what happened. Well, it's okay. I mean, dogs interrupt podcasts all the time. It's fine.
It's crazy because she sees a dog on the street, like when we walk her. No big deal. She smells. She plays around with. But she sees a dog or a horse on a TV. That's like you can't see them, and she goes nuts. Seriously, she's like starts barking her lungs out. I'm like, chill out. It's in the TV. It's not gonna hurt you.
Also, now we're doing it on the same time zone, so it's not like everybody's in bed at 11 your time and I'm in California. So
yeah, normally
it's fine.
You were like 8 o'clock at night, and I was like 11 p.m. So I'm like, all good. Everybody's asleep.
Yeah.
I need the dogs. Everybody's asleep. Now it's like 8:15 for everybody.
Everybody's up.
Dogs are not sleeping anymore. So
all right. So back to Svitolina. Okay. So interesting, Oogie, because she did take a longer off season to recover, to be smart, to get mentally ready. Well, look what happened. She comes out fresh. She wins Auckland.
Exactly. It's so important because we have so little time to recover, and when you're very good, of course, I was not like top 20 or anything, but they're playing week in, week out, and they go deep in tournaments. So they only have a day or two really to really recover. That's not a whole lot. You play a match every day for
Yeah.
7 days or 6 days. You have a day or two to travel, get ready, first round. You're back in the mix like in no time. So you're sore, you want to recuperate, you can't. But hey, it's their career, and that's why
Yeah.
they're complaining about the calendar all the time because they're
Oh
like,
yeah.
give us a break. I mean, give us like less tournaments. We have to enter because they're bound to enter certain amount of tournaments. I mean, people have to understand that they have to play so many events that you're not that free to, have weeks off. So
Well, that's still going to be a running commentary this entire year because nothing's changed, Oogie, on
I know
schedule.
that and the type of ball they're playing. I mean, it's going to be
Oh
crazy,
yeah,
crazy
that's
talk.
another thing.
Seriously,
All right.
if you have shoulder injury or wrist or elbow, it's going to go nuts.
Yeah.
People are going to,
So,
and Joko is out of the PA.
well, wait, we're not getting. Wait, we got to talk about Svitolina a bit.
I know. I just
We're
wanted
not
to get
there
up.
yet. Yes, Djokovic is. We got two things on Djokovic.
Okay, okay.
We're on the women first in Auckland. Okay.
Sorry,
so
I was excited.
That's okay. I know you got excited. I'm like, all right. That's why I'm the moderator here. Okay.
That's it.
So Svitolina playing very well throughout the tournament. Beat Jovic in the semis. Beat Wong in the finals. Looked healthy. Back to her game. I have a side note here. Venus Williams, I watched the entire match against Magna Linette.
Okay.
Venus looked better than she did last year. Her serve still needs help. I don't know what's going on there. Like, who's advising her on her serve?
Is her timing off? Is she using her legs a lot?
Her feet are open. Her timing's fine, but it's just there's like the connection of fluidity with her hips and her feet are not working. And I don't understand why Serena hasn't stepped in and been like, hey, can we just turn your hips a little bit? But they don't really give each other advice on that.
Which they should, but okay. So, since Serena's not playing like right now, but perhaps she will later on this year because she's on the list. But her feet, you mean, wait, Venus, her feet, like instead of being same leveled, they're like opening a little bit, so her knees bend a little bit.
So they're angling more towards the net instead of more towards the side fence.
Ooh, you're right. Okay, so we need to be like this, and poof, then you jump and you
So she loses power, number one, and she loses the ability to hit her targets perfectly, and she double faults, much like Coco Gauff has struggles with her serve and her hips in the turn. But besides that, Oogie, she had Linette on the ropes. She took the second set 6-4. She lost the first 6-4, took the second, and then she was up 2-0 in the third and just kind of fell apart. And Linette fought and just stayed in there. She looked highly stressed, but Linette figured it out. She found the solution, and Venus wasn't able to keep it up competitively with her serve. And she lost 6-2.
Okay, so that's
I was happy to see her. She looked a lot fitter. She looked like she was moving better. She looked like her knees weren't hurting her. She looked ready to play, and I think we could get some more tournaments this year. And she could make some damage, but I'm going to put a side note on that serve. She's got to go fix like two things and work on her serve targets.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because if, at her age, she needs that serve. She needs that serve to pop.
Yes.
She needs some free points. She needs some short returns so she can put away the ball right then. But if she starts being on second serves all day long, has to rally 20 shots she's going to get broken.
And it's not, she can hit the aces but it's not continuous. So she can't continuously upset the women right now with her serve. And that's where, can she get that back? I believe if she goes and works on it and gets that technique down, I believe she could.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say she's going to go win a Grand Slam, Oogie, but I'd like her to get a couple more matches and not give so many service games away. And I think that's the trouble with her right now.
You're right. Hey, you know what? Let's do a little parenthesis of why women's serves are not as strong as men. You know?
I mean,
that? Because
we can add that in.
Because technically, I think, because of course we know that physically you cannot compare both. Of course,
No.
you don't have to be a scientist to know that. And we saw between Sabalenka and Kyrgios, just that difference was so big because Kyrgios was chilling, but looping shots a little bit with high spin. Sabalenka couldn't keep up. And that's the truth. And that's it. But no big deal. But then technically, why don't women serve more like a guy? Like a little bit toss on the side, a little bit more, get those shoulders turns like you were serving. You were serving great
I'll
because
tell you why,
because
Oogie.
you were molded like as Pete Sampras's serve.
Well, I was taught technically and biomechanically the correct way. That's
Exactly.
the problem. Females, I feel the emphasis is more on the return of serve than the serve. And
Of
it's
course.
never really been across the board on the serve. And that's always been a struggle, especially on the WTA tour, are the women's serves. And if you go down through the junior ranks, I mean, I've said this before, it needs to be fixed and there needs to be help out there and assistance for girls to go work on their serves. I don't think girls in juniors go out and hit buckets of serves like I did and
Right.
like Serena did and Lindsay Davenport, the servers of my generation. Or I bet Sabalenka hits buckets of serves. She fixed her serve, right?
That's right. That's why she went from
Rybakina,
double faulting to serving a lot of
yeah,
aces.
Rybakina definitely hits buckets of serves. I just don't think like Eva Jovic, is she going to go serve for 30 minutes? Probably not. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see it. And I think that's where guys spend more time on their serves than the ladies do.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree, and you're right on because I started to do a list while you were talking, and you've got Coco Gauff, Leila Fernandez, even Caroline Garcia back then. I mean, all sorts of trouble when they're serving, like double faulting, and like they're facing their shoulders in front of them instead of being on the side, because when you're having a lot of power, it's because you're on the side like a baseball player, like a football quarterback. That's what's going on. When you're throwing something, you can't just throw like this. You have to be on the side with your shoulders and your arms, and you transfer weight by rotating. Your lower body, then your hips, then your upper body goes through. That's how you create lots of power. And we're lucky in North America. A lot of our boys, and especially they're playing sports that are throwing stuff,
But
baseball, football.
aren't. The
I
girls
know.
aren't.
That's why I was going there afterwards. I'm like, you guys need to get on the board and play baseball and football. But I'm kidding. They're playing flag football now, so I guess they're gonna have more women throwing, young girls throwing footballs, and eventually when they'll pick up tennis, they'll be serving big because that's how it is. When you throw a football when you're young, 6, 7, 8 years old, you get to
Yeah, it's
tennis at like,
helpful.
helps so much. Release and just this movement, just the release like this.
Yeah.
It's so important.
But at the end of the day, if you don't have a coach that spends time on serves and does 5 minutes, you're never going to have a great serve.
You're totally right, because it's not like young boys or young girls are asking, "Can I hit serves?" It's not going to happen. They're not asking for that because it's kind of boring, but they're not seeing as well the importance of doing it. But as coaches, we have to be like super strict about it. It's 15 to 20 minutes of serves every day, non-negotiable, and work on your returns while somebody's serving. So both
Totally
most important shots are addressed. And with a purpose. Put targets on there, put cones, fly by cones, boom, serve, return. So sorry, I had to do the parentheses here because
that's okay. I like it.
Too important. So yeah, let's keep on going. Sorry.
That's okay. It was great. I love it. Hey, that's because I was talking about Venus's serve, and she's 45 and she still hasn't changed her serve, and it's gotten weirder. So it's a conundrum to me. I haven't figured that part out. But hopefully maybe it'll be like an ongoing thing, and it'll be progressively get better as the year goes on and whatever she plays. So keep an eye out on that. Okay. So Medvedev also won Brisbane. He beat Brandon Nakashima. Medvedev looks happy. He looked sane.
Good for him, because how many tournaments has he won last year?
0.
Yeah. So he started this year like boom, what a bang.
he's won 22 titles
Oh, I know. Overall, it's great.
overall, right?
It's
22
great.
different cities.
Grand Slam winner, great, super,
Yeah.
super great.
So still, and look, he didn't win a title last year, and that's hilarious. But that's tennis,
Yeah.
right?
Hey, it was like Djokovic the year after. So
Yeah, exactly. And one of the guys that has an asterisk, I ran into him. He lost to
yeah, tell me
Medvedev
about that.
beat Brandon Nakashima. It
Okay.
was so funny. I was with Karina and we were going to go do practice at this club. And up is walking Brandon Nakashima and Rick Leach. And I used to hit with Rick Leach in LA, and Rick Leach was one in the world in doubles. He's a
Yeah.
great player, great guy, super smart. And he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What are you doing here?" It's like two Southern Cal, actually three, because Brandon's from San Diego.
Oh,
And
wow.
we're all like, we're in Florida. That's so funny. I mean, so tennis, right? So he was there training, and Rick was advising him, and he's come onto the team to help him. And
Okay.
I think I mentioned before he was practicing on clay
Okay.
before the Australian Open and his tournaments, obviously maybe for his body or to help with his movement
Yeah.
and consistency. And what I saw, Oogie, his backhand looked better. His backhand down the line looked more sharp. He
Okay.
was serving great, and he seemed to be playing the point a lot better than the last year. He seemed very strong. He gave Medvedev a run. He came back. Medvedev was serving 5-3, kind of got a little tight.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brandon broke him back, came back, and then Brandon lost in a tiebreak in the second set. But, you know, he's one to watch possibly for Australian Open.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Brandon Nakashima.
whenever you win the young event at the end of the year on the ATP rookies, you're to watch for sure in the next
Right?
years. So watch for him. It could be a big year for him. Do we have him on our list? I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Do you have him? We'll see.
We'll see
He
about
might be
that.
on my list.
There you go. What else did you guys talk about? Did you say anything? Anything else?
Oh, I introduced him to Karina. She was excited to meet him, and I talked about Angel Lopez. We both were taught by Angel Lopez, who's iconic down in San Diego. He's an iconic coach. He's been there.
I went to your introduction of San Diego Hall of Fame.
Yes, and he coached Tina Garrison. He coached me. He coached Brandon Nakashima. He coached countless other top juniors at the San Diego Tennis and Racket Club, and he's still out there 7 days a week, sometimes 6.
Oh,
I mean, he puts in the hours, and he still looks like 1980s svelte angel. His hair's just a little bit lower.
yeah, nice. That's so cool. Hey, that's the way to keep this. To me, that's a kind of a secret to stay young, right? I mean, some tennis, pros and teachers, they look really young for a long time because they're doing young stuff. They're teaching on the court, they're moving, they're healthy, hitting balls, coaching, being intense. You keep your mind sharp. That's super cool. I love it.
Yeah. So that was good. Okay. So going into, we did Auckland, we did Brisbane. Bublik came out and won Hong Kong. He defeated Musetti. So
Nice.
Bublik's having a good first time of the year. Alcaraz Sinner played an exhibition in Korea. They got paid a lot of money, and Alcaraz won 7-5, 7-6, Oogie.
Okay.
Interesting.
Who was in the box for Al?
I didn't even look. Okay,
who's going to coach him? Do you have any news?
It's the same guys.
Oh, okay.
It's just not Ferreira. Oh, well, side note, I think I didn't text you because I wasn't feeling well, but Alcaraz was saying like his end of the year wrap up on Instagram with all his pictures. Well, it's not really him. It's probably his social media manager, right? Or maybe he does it. I don't know. Not one picture of Juan Carlos Ferrero.
No way.
There are like 10 pictures, maybe.
What are you doing?
Well, it shows you tennis at that level is a business, and it's cutthroat.
Jeez. I mean, it was there for him being number one in the world the whole year. So that's weird.
Everybody was shocked. There were tons of comments saying like, that's in poor taste. How could you do that? And it was very interesting. And now Feliciano Lopez has come out and said he doesn't know if Alcaraz is mentally prepared to face the rest of his career without Ferrero. He has doubts whether Carlos was the one who really decided he didn't want to continue with Juan Carlos.
Mm.
So interesting. The Spanish guys are talking.
Jeez. Yeah. That's it, huh? They're getting in it. Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. So that we'll see. Look, it's Sinner won Australian Open. I read some facts, like that was his 5th time to win, and he won Australia. And now Carlos, it's his 5th time to go to Australia. So let's see if he wins. Who knows? He hasn't played a tournament yet. Let's see how he shows up. That's an asterisk too we got to look for.
We're starting like the first week of tournaments, and there's already drama all over the place. Seriously,
yes.
It's crazy.
Well, did you hear about? Are you going to give me some tea? Are we on the same wavelength here? Two Frenchmen, one a player, one the coach.
Unbelievable, the coach.
My gosh.
Seriously,
okay, the coach.
When I saw the clip on Instagram of Joe-Wilfried Tsonga going back to Mouratoglou, I was like, these Frenchmen are just being themselves right there. It was pretty big to me when I wrote the whole thing, and I started reading comments of everybody. And
so explain, Oogie. You explain it.
So,
and then I'll read one of the quotes.
I mean, it's not like I have all the information in my head, but I'll give you some and you can complete. First, I think it was Mouratoglou who said something like, Joe Wilfred had a good career, but, today against Sinner and Alcaraz, and, he would get crushed and something like that. And then Wilfried Tsonga said something like, well, we had great players as well back then. We had Nadal, Federer, Murray, Djokovic, and the list keeps going. And then he started going like, well, you don't know really what it is, Patrick, because you haven't been on the court with us. You haven't been a pro tennis player. And I was like, that's something right there, because, give Joe-Wilfried Tsonga some respect there, because come on, the guy has, made the Aussie Open final, almost won the Grand Slam, was top 5 in the world. He was a great player for a long time.
Huge Davis Cup player, winner of the Davis Cup. I mean, the list goes on. He was an exceptional player. And I'll add in that Mouratoglou did say, like, all Alcaraz and Sinner would have competed with the big four, and they would have been right in there. And Tsonga was like, I'm not so sure about that. Right?
Well, it's, first of all, how is it easy to compare like decades? You can't do that. It's impossible, because if you see Rod Laver and if you see Sinner today, you're like, okay, they're playing 2 different sports. There is no way that Rod Laver will like win a game out of Sinner. And if you take Rod Laver with his wooden racket, with the way he was, dressed and the way he was training, against Sinner today with the technology, the racket, of course, there's no way it's going to be 6-0. There's no debate.
Yeah, but if you took the technology and Rod Laver and his game against Sinner.
Exactly. And if you put Rod Laver today, or if you take Sinner and you put him back then you can compare, because, and then you have exceptional talents like somebody like John McEnroe. I mean, his hands were just like unbelievable. Yeah. So can you say that for sure, like, somebody like, on grass, Alcaraz would beat him? I don't know. It's tough to compare all those.
Sampras or Agassi or you just go down the list on it.
It's so tough.
What I found interesting on this whole Frenchman debacle was why did Patrick attack him as a player when Patrick is not a player? I felt that was below the belt.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You're right on point again. That's exactly the point. That's why people were like, what are you doing? Well, you cannot attack that guy because his career was unbelievable and yours was not there. So, and then somebody jumped on the bandwagon. A guy from France who's doing a show, tennis show, sports show. I forgot his name, but he jumped on the bandwagon as well. And because he doesn't really like Patrick, and he starts saying, the ego of Patrick Mouratoglou is so big. And the fact that, that's what he was saying. And the fact that he believes so much in himself and his competencies, and he's totally right. He believes in himself. He's such a great player. I mean, such a great coach, and he refers to him as the coach. And his ego is big. And somebody like Runa wants that guy. He wants the confidence that
Yep.
Patrick brings to the table. Because
Yes.
if you're only 10, 11 in the world at that time, and you need that coach that's going to probably propulse you into the top five. That's where, confidence is such a big factor.
Exactly.
So I thought this guy was right on point as well, because he's a lot of show, and like Serena was nobody before. Come on, what are you doing? Serena was already like
Well,
number one in the world. She
yeah,
was so
yeah.
great.
Well, look,
But
Serena was at a time in her career when she was struggling, and a guy like Patrick came in and gave her the confidence. That's
mhm,
exactly what you were saying, Oogie, and what this guy said on his show.
yeah,
Patrick has the ability to have so much confidence and belief in himself, and he knows exactly what he wants to say,
mhm,
where he wants to say it, and what he puts out there. And
yep,
he has the wherewithal to have a social media manager, to have a documentarian. He knows how to brand himself. Now, I spent time with him on the couch at ESPN when he was doing ESPN my first year that I went with them.
okay,
And I have to say, he's a great guy. He's very kind. He's respectful when you're talking to him. He gives you the floor. That's if he likes you. So obviously with
there's some
Joe
beef there before.
Tsonga, there's some beef
Some
because
some history there, Barbie.
he just was like shady shade.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what, too? Both guys are from the south of France, and they both have two of the biggest academies. So
Well,
there's
there
a
you
lot.
go.
I mean, I'm just throwing that out there because I know for sure the coach that I hired, he used to work, and he has one of his best friend works at Tsonga's academy,
Yeah.
and he's been to Moratoglu as well. And they're both south of France, so they're in the same vicinity and competing a lot for top players there. So part
Well,
of the
there you
beef.
go.
I'm
That's
sure
part of the beef.
there's got to be
Look,
there too.
there's this great thing that Andy Cohen does during his BravoCon, which is one of my favorite things to watch because it's all the housewives of Bravo TV. Anyway, he does a segment and it's called Squash That Beef. And he has the housewives come out and they sit down on two chairs and they squash their beef or they don't and they leave it. And so that's
Wow.
what we need to do. We need to have Patrick on and Tsonga on and be like, okay, squash your beef.
That's it. I mean, so yeah, so it's a lot of story there. We'll see how that unfolds. But
Yeah.
it's just funny to see that two of the top icons in France for tennis are just going at it
I
for
know it is. It's
apparently
hilarious.
no reason really,
And
because come on.
I mean, it's silly, but I'll leave you with this on this. Tsonga came out with a quote 18 hours ago or
Yeah.
whatever, a day ago. And he said, I think you'll just be remembered as the coach, the commentator, the event organizer, the patron. And honestly, I congratulate you for that. But you'll never have felt in your bones what it's like to be a tennis player.
So right. I mean, it's
So right, but
I mean,
he hit deep right there.
that's like
That's a nice
it's like a
hit.
right hook right there. It's just boom, boom.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
smother that knife in Oogie.
But yeah, there's got to be lots of
Got
stories
the
and
last
beef, and
word.
yeah, we don't know half of it, but yeah, we're enjoying it. Hey, come on,
Yeah,
it's
hey,
kind of nice.
that was fun to talk
Yeah.
about. Okay,
And then
so
yeah,
we got
then-
Djokovic cutting ties
yep,
with the PTPA.
yeah. What is that exactly? The Professional
Well, we
Tennis
knew-
Association.
We knew that was
Players.
coming. It was what Djokovic and Vasek
Yeah.
Pospisil founded.
Pospisil, yeah.
Pospisil, the Canadian.
Yep.
And it's the Professional Tennis Players Association. And they had great intentions, but then they had a guy come in as the CEO, and Djokovic didn't agree. They did an antitrust lawsuit against tennis's governing bodies last year.
Okay.
Djokovic started stepping away more, and finally he just said, look, it doesn't go with my beliefs and values. And we all know Djokovic stands up for what he believes in.
For sure.
And if he doesn't like it, he's going to bail.
Yeah,
and
that's
leave.
it. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
not bail. He's just going to take an exit.
Exactly. Which, he has the right to do so, and that doesn't fit well for him, then that's it.
Yeah, he also pulled out of Adelaide. So he is just saying physically he needs to be ready. And let's see, he's prepping for Australian Open. Let's see how he comes out. He's not going to play a warm-up tournament, it looks like.
It's always his best chance of winning a slam. Let's not forget that. So
Yep.
he's won it so many times. It fits well for him. He's taking advantage of his body's great, always ready, and some other players maybe not so this time of the year. So he skipped once because of his belief of the vaccine. Otherwise, he probably would have won that year too. So yeah. So let's see how it goes. And hey, he's in the mix if he's healthy.
He's going to be 4. So he has a great draw leading into it because he stays away from the top 3.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah. Let's see how that goes. So it's exciting.
Yeah, and Nick Kyrgios, he played in Brisbane, went down. He's only playing doubles in Melbourne. I say only because I don't think they gave him a wild card.
Oh, that's it, huh? Because
so
when I read that, I was like,
only playing doubles.
Okay, because he didn't have a choice. But could he get maybe a wild card in the qualies?
I don't think he would do that because he is positioning himself as a tennis voice and he wants the crowd, and he doesn't, if he goes into qualies and loses in the first round, that's a bad look.
I know.
So I'm feeling like if he really wanted to play, go into the qualies. Didn't you just tell me Sloane Stephens was in the qualies of the Australian Open?
Exactly. Before we were on the air, she won 6-1. She was losing 3-1 in second set. So she's in there. If Nick still wants to play, he would have been there in the qualies. It's his home slam. But for him, it's too important, his image, to do this. He's getting picky. So he has the right to do so. He's going to play dubs for Pickle with Jack Sock. He already announced that.
Yeah, look, he'll be fine. He'll make his money. He came up at the right time. He got marketed well, and he can be the voice of the bad boy and the voice of reason and everything he likes. He'll be a good niche in tennis for that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him like personally, of course, but I think he's smart. He can be opinionated. He can have opinions. He's fresh. Let's be honest. He's got some take on stuff that some people don't agree, but they don't. He thinks differently, which is it's always nice. Somebody like him or a Bublik, all these guys, they think different a little bit. So it's good. It's nice to see. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah, and let him. Who knows? Maybe he'll go out at Australian and make a big noise in doubles.
It'd be fun.
So we'll have to keep an eye on him.
Is he playing with Kokkinakis?
I would think so.
Yeah, they won 3 years ago.
Right?
Yeah,
when they won. So he's going to be in Melbourne playing doubles. Sabalenka just looks super strong. Like she took maybe a week off and just kept going.
Jeez.
So very impressive.
Steamroller. And she's expecting, of course, her boyfriend to propose soon.
I know, but did you see her big earrings? I was like, that's a nice Christmas gift. those look cool, Oogie.
She's funny. She's refreshing as well because like we saw Swiatek more stressed out last year, not so much towards the end, but it's nice to see her. If she's winning a lot, she's enjoying it. That's good.
Yeah, I like she's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like I said, Kostyuk beat 3. Did I say that in the beginning? I said Kostyuk got to the finals, but she beat 3 top teners. So she's got to be somewhere on that list for us to look at. Interesting first week. The United Cup, it's kind of hard to get into. It's still exhibition style, but a lot of good matches happened. Some drama happened. Stan Wawrinka was looking pretty good. I mean, this is his last run. He looked healthy. He looked strong, and you gotta give it to Poland. They won. They're a strong
finally
team, right?
2 finals, but then that's it.
And how about her catch?
I know he came back too. So I'm like, her catch, Wawrinka. They're playing the finals. What's going on there? So farewell tour for Stan Demans. It's good. It's good to see.
Serving well. He pissed off Zverev. Zverev went on a whole tirade over his serve.
I know.
Like, the guy hasn't played since last June, and he's just serving aces with a couple F-bombs.
I know. Hey, should we like be worried about Zverev? Because like mentally his health and everything, he
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
look like
he has a new girlfriend.
okay. Does
She's
that help?
blonde and a Instagrammer, so maybe that helps.
I don't know. We'll see, but
We'll see.
we'll
I
see.
don't know. I think let's put him in a different position to keep our eye on for how he handles himself mentally throughout the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. We need to see how they handle it like Tsitsipas, Zverev, these guys that are like supposed to keep on going, that suddenly, they're going down.
Okay.
To
I
me, that's
I got
no.
a fashion note on Tsitsipas.
Okay, let's go. What is it?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What is the faux pas?
Okay. I love leopard oogie. I
I know
love a
this.
leopard outfit. Did you
No,
see this outfit?
no way. No.
Okay. I have
But
to say I wear leopard.
I mean, you're a woman. I guess
Okay.
that's suits better.
What is a full Adidas tracksuit, leopard print, and the pants aren't long and they're wide and he's like too tall for them. And he's like walking around like he's Zoolander, like 6'4" Zoolander
Wow. Jeez.
at the airport in loungewear that's leopard print with Adidas. I mean, on me, I would have worn it. On
Yeah.
Sisyphus, I
It's
don't know.
it's a tough call right there. Come on.
Oh, I feel like it's
he went through.
fashion faux pas,
That's exactly what I was going to say. I was like,
right?
that's the expression right there.
I was
Oh,
like,
especially if there's water in the cave. Come on now. Let's go.
look, Travis Kelce, he has style that sometimes is questionable.
Yeah.
They call it high fashion.
But he pulls it out.
Pulls it off.
He pulls it off. Yeah, that's it. Because he's got the beard, he's got the look, the football play. So he's got that like something going on. But Tsitsipas is this big, and
Tsitsipas, he didn't pull out this
with the hair and the wave, he looks like a California beach boy.
Like, okay, maybe if you wore the jacket with like brown long pants or like a solid color and you wear the jacket and you get rid of the pants, but the whole look was like too much.
Yeah. It's the.
I mean, I feel like he needed a bucket hat in there.
Yeah, get some attention off the suit.
It was definitely it was a fashion emergency for sure.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, it's a good time.
As soon as you said Tsitsipas, I was like, check.
A little segue there, but yeah, we need to watch for these guys that are like some guys are like having like a pivotal year. Like it's going to either way. It's going to either go good or it's going down the drain a little bit.
They're kind of the early 90s babies.
Exactly. Last year, Felix turned it off. He just went this way. So that's good. He's going to be good. Zverev, his ranking is great, but mentally,
world.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's amazing. But I don't know. He's starting to drift the other way. The lawyer, the lawsuit, and all sorts of stuff going on. So
I
don't know. He's
play tennis, focus, turn it on. But see, I just don't know if he has that main weapon to take out Alcaraz and Sinner, and even like Felix.
You're right.
Came through because he found his weapons in his game.
Mm-hmm.
Zverev's weapon is the back end on the line.
Yeah.
But really, what's his offensive total weapon? I just don't see it.
See, he doesn't have one except you're right. His back end on the line, but you cannot rely on that alone because it's like it's not your normal game. You have to have the ball to go down the line. Yeah. You can't just go down the line all the time. If you have like Ben Shelton serve and forehand, that's a big game because you can always serve big and you can always go inside out forehand, boom, boom. But if you're back in the line, your best shot, you're like stopped at certain level. But Zverev, especially now, he's like 3 in the world. Just go out and hit your forehand as hard as you can. Come on, that's what Felix tried to do last year, and it worked. He started beating all sorts of players and be consistent.
Yeah, I agree. Look, if we look at it like Wozniacki, her backhand was world class. What weapon did she have? Her feet, her movement. She didn't win a Grand Slam, and then she finally won one. So maybe Zverev's in that category where he might sneak through, but it's a little harder because he's got some guys up there that aren't going to let him.
I know.
The
I like.
women's was a little bit more like a carousel at the time, and it was
Yeah, you're
we didn't
right.
know where it was going, and she snuck in.
It was more playable, and I like your comparison though, because even though it's tough to compare women and men, of course, but both of them had great wheels, a great counter puncher, great backhand down the line.
Yeah.
Those are traits and characteristics of a a speedy player on the ground. Sanchez Vicario, all these players that have great backhand down the lines, counter puncher, but. Yeah, I wish I'd see more Zverev come to the net, hit volleys. He's so big, he's so tall.
I
Come to
mean,
the
he
net
can do
more.
it. It's just
Yeah,
let's see what he does. All right,
yeah.
so put him on the list. Okay, balls in Nuga's court. We've gone into so much already, but I want to hear this part. Who are your picks? And then I'll give you some newsy notes, and then we'll wrap it up. But who are your picks just in this first week? I know we did it in December without knowing anything. Now we know a little bit more about who's playing and who's not, and who
Yeah.
hasn't played yet. Give me your picks for the women's side first to
Okay.
make an interesting first week.
Okay. Let's go with the WTA tour. I've got some safe shots. I mean, it's not like we have to.
That's all right.
I mean, it's
Safe.
of course Sabalenka's there. Sabalenka's top of my list. We know why. And then I'm gonna have Anisimova and Andreeva. Those two women have positioned themselves to have a great start at the Aussie Open for sure. I mean, Anisimova, I can tell you right now, she's going to win a slam this year. She's going to win one.
She 3 in the world right now. She went up to 3. I think.
Yeah, and she got mini finals last year. She's due to win one. She got to the finals every time she faced an opponent very, very tough either. Swiatek, Sabalenka. But this year's going to be her year. She's going to break through. She's too talented from baseline. She has greatest, cleanest shots. It's impossible for her not to say. So Sabalenka and Giovanni Simova, and I've got two dark horses. I've got Mboko, of course, Canadian girl. She's such on the rise, and I've got Maria Timofeva. I mean, she's 138 in the world. She's on the move, so young. She's, in her mind,
Patrick will love that, Oogie.
I know, and he's part of that great player mindset because she's so young, but she believes she belongs, and she's going to get out there. She's going to win. That's how Patrick's confidence robs off his players, and we're going to discover that girl. She's going to be
like that.
Amazing. Yeah,
she's
trust me.
Qualies, right?
Yeah, exactly. She's playing in the qualies. Like I said, she's 138 right now, but she can cause damage right away. Qualies, win a couple of rounds, be a tough opponent like Andreeva did 2 years ago when she came on tour.
I think so. And look, she's 138 right now, so that sets her up for 2026 to make some moves, get into qualies of bigger tournaments, some 250s, qualify in, get points, and then maybe by Wimbledon, you're seeing her in the main draw, or by at least the U.S. Open.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think we're going to see her in America this summer. She's going to be main draw. So in her, the hard courts events.
All right, give me your
what about? Well, let's see yours.
You want me to give you mine?
Oh yeah. Let's finish the women's.
All right. So obviously, I have Anisimova as well and Sabalenka.
Nice, of course.
Just look at how Sabalenka took out Brisbane. Anisimova, I've talked about her in the last couple podcasts, but 3 in the world now so far. If the points, how they match up. But last week she was 3. She has the game. I feel like Australia is a really good surface for her. She potentially could be a winner. You never know. And she also played Kostyuk, lost, but she got that out of the way. That was like getting her sea legs back. So that might help her. I also have Kostyuk on there to make some moves.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And Svitolina's in there to make some upsets because she plays well in a hard court. She can make some big upsets in the first week. You got to keep an eye on her. And I also like Alexandra Yela and her fight. If she has a good draw, her leftiness, she could make some moves.
Her leftiness. That's well said.
Leftiness, yeah. She can make some moves. So keep an eye on her. And, Venus, I watched her play Lynette. I liked how she competed. Didn't like how she served all the time. Maybe she's going to go pick it up this week. hit some serve targets. She got a tough draw. Magna Lynette first round. Let's give Venus like 2 good matches.
Yeah.
Get to a third round. Let's give her a good draw, Oogie.
I know.
Not
Hopefully
that she can.
She needs a qualifier or something.
Like a good draw.
Yeah.
Somebody she can beat in 2 sets and then get to the second round. I'd like to see that.
You're totally right. Are we expecting Venus and Serena to play at the US Open in August?
To be TBD.
Okay, to be determined.
I mean, I'll say Olympics.
In 2 years.
2028 Olympics.
Yeah. That's it. Still in 2 years. We'll see.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
But Serena looks good. Like she lost some weight, right?
Yeah, she's on those GLP-1s, Oogie.
Probably because she's, she looked like she could.
Commercials for them. Yeah, she's getting paid big money for that. Okay, moving on to the men. Who are the men? Who do you have?
Well, I got some easy calls there. I've got Sinner, number 1.
Okay.
He's going to be number 1 like in 3 weeks, and he's going to stay that way for the whole year. I'm expecting a big year from Sinner, winning 3 out of 4 majors. So.
Oh, okay. 3 out of 4.
Yeah. Because look at I'm backing up with the coach's perspective. He brought Darren Cahill back, and Juan Carlos lost his coach. So to me, that's the ball game right there.
Carlos lost Juan Carlos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say exactly it.
It's confusing because they're both Carloses.
I know. I just got to the chase with the Carlos. So yeah, to me that's going to be a big factor. I've got Felix right there in the mix. He's going to be able to reach the semis, enjoy his ranking. Cause can cause some damage even in semis. If he plays Alcaraz, I think he can beat him. Hey, I'm gonna please you because I've got Ben Shelton on my list.
Ooh, okay.
I think this year is gonna be Ben.
Okay.
It's gonna be his year. He's gonna be going deep into big tournaments. He's gathered some information the last 2-3 years. He went on a journey on clay. He did his things, learned from there. His serve is even bigger last year. His backhand got better. 3 years ago, his backhand was so. Last year was good. So he's going to piece that together. I think he's going to have a great year. To me, a farewell tour to Wawrinka and Raonic, of course. Raonic put on Instagram today that it's going to be he's calling his career. So all props to him for the best Canadian ever played. Yeah, exactly. And I've got Cazot from France for the dark horse.
Ooh, Cazot.
Yeah. So for him, to me, that guy was improved a lot last year. He's a all-around player, super smart, great kid. I'm expecting great things from him. So we'll see. Okay, I'm calling it. Cazot is going to be a surprise dark horse. Yeah. Okay. What about you? Cool. What you got?
All right, so I'm going to go. We also got to remember Gail Monfils is also calling it a year. So we got 3 big names that are leaving this year.
And that makes sense for Svitolina to have a great year, by the way. So good call for you because she's going to enjoy the fact that they're going to spend a lot of time together, enjoying being on a dream, being on a cloud with Gail's last year. So and after that, it's going to be different because
exactly.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so I like Jack Draper. He had a good beginning, Indian Wells kind of. Yep. And then he got hurt and he's, he rehabbed and he kind of fell off, and I'd like to see him come back strong. So he's on my list.
I'm going to have to still need to digest the fact that he said that, oh no, but the ball didn't bounce on my side. Remember against Felix?
I know.
At match point. I
knew you were going to say that.
Come on. And Felix right away said, it's impossible for that ball to just scoop by the, by your frame. Yeah. But anyway, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So he looks like a good guy. So no big deal.
All right. So I've got a couple lefties. Lerner Tien. Ooh. Okay. Michael Chang got hired 4 months ago. Yep. He won the next gen. He's moved up to 26th in the world, Oogie.
That's a big ranking right there.
Yeah. I feel like, shockingly, I just didn't see it a year ago. But hey, let's look out for him.
His game is not that big, but look, he's got a big ranking. So, to watch for sure.
Yeah.
Good call.
I'd like Brandon Nakashima. I'd like to have him do more inroads. I feel like he's in the mix
Mm-hmm.
to get to that next level. Can he do it? I would like to see if he could.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Shelton is always one of my favorites. I feel you're right. And I also think because he hurt his shoulder, he rehabbed it. He probably did a lot of exercises with it and he's focused on it. So he'll come back stronger and he's going to probably serve smarter. And that might help his game a lot.
You're right. Yeah, he doesn't need to hit super hard all the time or kick serve.
So
as
look
high as
for
he
more
can.
spins. Look for more spins from Ben. They might have been working on that because, the big bombs with the balls, he had to pull out at the Open, and it was just a rough fall for him. So he's going to come back strong and look for different spins for him to get inroads with his serve.
That's it.
Okay.
Smart.
And then I've got two more. I mean, obviously Sinner. Alcaraz, we're going to keep an eye out to see how he handles himself.
Yep.
And then I have one more. Well, I had Fonseca. But Fonseca's pulled out again, so I'm not quite sure if he's healthy.
I know.
So it might be more in the springtime to look for, but I want to see his progress. I'd like to see that. And then other than that, it'd be nice to see Francis Tiafoe.
I know. I was sure you were going to say that before,
you do.
like earlier,
I said it before last year.
Yeah.
And he's working with Mark Kovacs, as is Djokovic a little bit in Australia. And let's see what Francis, he already showed a cool kit, Oogie. He had a very cool Lululemon outfit on.
Ooh.
So
I know.
See how he shows up for Australian Open.
He's got some great gears there.
Yeah. So those are kind of my picks right now.
I like Francis Tiafoe to watch, to see how his game evolves and how his confidence evolves. Especially to me, that's going to be the key ingredient. He needs to be confident on the court because when he's not, it shows so much. He's hesitating. He's making more mistakes, getting a little frustrated on the court. He cannot win in that time.
No.
So,
I agree. But Lerner Tien's probably my dark horse, even though he's 26 in the world. But kind of like he's like sneaking in there, and I'm intrigued, especially now that Michael Chang's on board.
Oh, that's exactly. I mean, great coach behind. You never know where that's going because the sky's the limit. With a great coach, with a great chemistry, they're both on the same page. Confidence in they can be all the way to maybe three in the world.
It. Yeah. All right, so a couple newsy notes.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
All right, so Trinity Rodman and Ben Shelton were running suicides down under. I thought that was fun to watch.
She's running too?
I think she was beating him probably. I mean, she is a great soccer player.
Wow.
So they were having fun and working out at the same time and a little competition.
That's good.
Anik's going to love this. Louis Vuitton, it's their big 130th anniversary, Oogie. Did you know that? Should I
care or should I?
Yeah, you should care.
No.
Okay. It's 130 years of the LV logo. That's a big deal.
Okay.
Guess what? They're opening a hotel in Soho, the Louis Vuitton Hotel. Everything is Louis Vuitton. The gym, the weights, the cardio equipment, the bed. You have a speedy bathroom. Do you know what speedy is?
No.
Okay. It's a certain type of Louis Vuitton bag. Anyway, you got to tell everybody there's a Louis Vuitton hotel in Soho, New York, starting this January.
Okay, that's in New York.
You got to take her.
11 hours. Not
right?
Bad.
Okay,
yep.
Golden Globes are going on tonight, so I'm going to have my fashion wrap-up for you next week. But the most important was my favorite time of year, especially before the Olympics, is the ice skate, the U.S. national championships for ice skating.
Wasn't that on this weekend? Or?
Yes, so it was on. I watched it all weekend with the football.
Okay.
Obviously, football's going on, but skating, this only happens every 4 years.
Right.
For guys to make the Olympics team. Okay, so the big three, the women, Amber, Alyssa, and the pretty girl. She's really elegant, and her parents are from Italy, and I'm blanking on her name because I have all my tennis facts.
It's okay. Did she win?
No, so she came in third. So
Oh,
Amber came in first. She won 3 back-to-back ice skating championships. So she's the first one to do that since Michelle Kwan. Amber Glenn. It was the big deal.
okay.
Then Isabel Levito. She's very elegant, like a ballerina. She came in second. And Elisa Liu came in third. Elisa Liu maybe came in second. Anyway, Elisa Liu did her Lady Gaga free skate with this silver dress. It was super cool to look.
Wow.
Okay,
That's
so those
cool.
are the big 3. They're calling them the big 3. Like in tennis, we have the big 3. Well, in
Yeah.
ice skating, they're the big 3 going
That's-
into the Olympics.
That's pretty awesome. Is there anybody else in the world like they're better than them?
The Russians and the Chinese are usually good, but these ladies are very special. So they're
Okay.
we have a really good team, and I'm sure there's some Canadians, Oogie.
Well,
Of
sometimes,
course.
but maybe not.
Yeah, okay.
Because those
so
3
then
girls look awesome.
they're pretty good. So the men was Ilya Malinin.
Okay.
Malinin. Everybody's going to know his name after the Olympics. He's the quad god. He
Okay.
does the most quads in ice skating history,
Okay.
like ever, and they're beautiful. So you got to check
Like
him out.
in the long program, he does like
Yeah, so
4 quads or
rotations.
something.
He does like 4, sometimes 5. He does backflips and lands on one leg. He's like changing skating. Okay, so
Yeah, for sure. If you're
he's far
backflipping and
above
landing on one leg,
Yeah.
that's like I've never seen that.
I mean,
That's like unbelievable.
clean
Seriously.
athlete.
Wow.
Okay, but the best story was these 2 guys under him, Andrew Torgashev and
Okay.
Maxim Nomov. So both, it's interesting, all Russian
Of course.
descent, but American born.
Of course.
Because in the 80s and 90s, a lot of Russians came over to America and ice skating.
Yep.
So these 2 guys,
Or even for tennis, Sharapova,
for tennis,
Konikova. Yeah.
exactly. These 2 guys weren't even really talked about, but Max was, because remember the tragedy a year ago in January? The flight in DC had a bunch of ice skaters on it, and the 2 parents, well, those are his parents.
Oh,
So he lost both his parents. He's 24. His goal was to make the Olympics. He came in 4th at the U.S. National Championships the last 2 years. He came in 4th.
and you only take 3?
They only take 3. This year, it was so tight. Jason Brown fell. The Japanese-American guy fell. And Maxim fell. But Maxim didn't fall enough. And he fell the least. And he made the team. He came in 3rd.
Wow. So he's going.
Like a miracle. God and the angels of his parents wanted him to get to the Olympics.
For sure something was aligned.
Yeah. So it was definitely aligned. So it was very special to watch.
What was his name?
Maxim.
Max.
They call him Max.
Okay.
And it's Nomov.
Nomov. Okay, parfait.
Nomov.
Nomov. Nomov.
Naumov.
Okay, Nomov. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay,
So
Max Nomov.
Special, Max Nomov. And he runs his parents. They had a skating for the future whole program. And now he took that over, and he was also training for the Olympics and for the national championships. So it's just a great story. And in sports across the board, it's a tragedy turned into a triumph. And that's why it was so special that he made the team, and he actually went out and competed through all this adversity that he had to go through.
Do you think about that? I mean, all these people that perished in that awful event, and you have to keep going. Of course, it's like motivation times 1,000, but at the same time, it's so sad that it's hard to focus. It's got to be tough to focus because you're turning, these people are not there anymore. Okay. And then you take your own life, and it's got to be so rough.
And his mental toughness really showed through. I was very impressed. Every athlete, every young junior should watch that on YouTube and see what he did, because it was extraordinary.
Wow. And I mean, it's crazy. Yeah.
All right. So congratulations to our U.S. figure skaters. Okay. So we got the quote of the podcast. Are you ready?
Oh, yes. Let's go.
And then we'll talk some football next week. I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on, fun entertainment in athletics. And also Travis Kelce, is he going to retire and then marry Taylor Swift all in 1 year? We don't know.
That's going to be kind of sad for the end of the career, but after being that great, then to finish not doing playoffs. And I don't know, maybe he's going to be back for one more year. But I mean, I don't know. It depends on his body and his mind. And
Yeah.
who knows?
we'll
Who
see.
knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Okay, so are you ready for the quote of the podcast?
Let's hear
The
it.
first quote. Okay, in honor of the Golden Globes, it is from an actress.
Okay.
She just won. She's also a singer. You probably won't get it, but it's okay. But it's such a good quote. Are you ready, Oogie?
Is she still alive?
Yes, she
Okay.
just won a Golden Globe an hour
Oh.
ago.
Okay. Well, okay. Since I'm not watching the show, then
I know you don't.
It's rough.
You're gonna know her.
but she's a singer.
Yes, she's a singer.
Age around what age?
She's like late 30s. She's been around. Okay, you ready? You're gonna
Okay.
go look it up, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, just listen to the quote. It was very moving and poignant, and it was perfect for the start of the year. And it kind of goes across the board for every young brown girl. Are you ready?
Beyonce. It's Beyonce.
No, it's not.
No. Sorry.
Okay, so to my brown sisters and little brown girls tonight, your softness is not a liability. Our depth is not too much. Our light does not need permission to shine. We belong in every room we walk in. Our voices matter, and our dreams deserve space.
Wow. Okay.
That was powerful.
It is. It's.
Okay, so
I have no
give it
idea.
to you.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
There's so
know.
many choices.
So she's been building her acting career, and her name's Tiana Taylor,
Okay.
and she's also a singer, and she's just cool. And she was put into the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, One Battle After Another, and she just won a Golden Globe for it. And she's also in Kim Kardashian's show All's Fair. Ryan Murphy and Kim Kardashian did this show on lawyers, and she's in that. So she's going to have a big 2026.
Cool. I mean, it sounds like a bright young woman.
Yeah, and I like that quote because, look, she's in the room. As a brown-skinned girl, sometimes your voice tries to get silenced. And we do belong in every room. And, you know, in tennis, that happens a lot. And I've seen it, and it's happened to me. And it was just nice that she said that. And I took that to heart. So I felt like I should read the quote.
It's good. Yeah. I mean, it's great. I love it.
Yeah. So congratulations, Tiana Taylor. Golden
For
Globe
sure.
winner now.
Yeah, no doubt. She has a great trophy there to
exactly.
show
All
off.
right, Oogie. So this was a lot of fun. We had a lot to talk about and catch up on.
I know. This is awesome. Let's do it.
Okay, so we got next week. We got some tournaments. We're going to look at qualifying this week, and then we'll discuss on Sunday what's going down. I'm actually going to be traveling to tournaments finally the next week, so I will be back on the West Coast.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
Ooh.
And so we'll have to figure out a time then, but it'll be our Australian Open session, so we'll be talking about it while watching tennis.
There you go. Let's do it. All right, cool.
This has been Serving Aces. I'm Alexandra Stevenson. If you like us, follow us on @Alexandra Stevenson or @Oog Lavadier. Check out our YouTube, Alexandra and Oogie, or DM us any questions you have. See you next time.
All right. See you. Have a great week.